The eldest holy maiden, Angel White, who is worried about her little sister Luna, calls for a meeting with the top nobles of the city. The head soldier, Martial Arts, believes that if Luna has chosen to believe in the Demon Lord, then they must trust her decision. The misconceptions about the Demon Lord are also cleared, revealing that he didn't burn the whole village as believed by the rumors. Later, the Holy Maiden Killer Queen joins her big sister, informing her that she is in love with a dragon king named Zero. Angel White thinks that both her sisters have gone crazy after meeting these strange new guys. Meanwhile, in the Noma Noma bar, rumors spread about the site of the Dragon King in Yahoo City. Two S-rank adventurers get intrigued by the idea of defeating him and earning a lot of rewards for it. The self-employed adventurers, Mikan and Yuki Keizai, glance at the S-rank adventurers and believe that they can handle the Demon Lord. The Demon Lord arrives at a fancy restaurant along with Aku, Luna, and Yukirino to celebrate the healing of Aku. They are soon joined by a rich socialite named Madame Shrimp Fry Butterfly, and Kunai asks her to join them. Luna informs him that Madame is the queen of high society, and that winning her trust would be very beneficial for them. Madame asks the Demon Lord Kunai about his opinion of the city, and he informs her about his interest in transforming these cities into heaven. He gifts a soap to Madame, who is impressed after hearing wonderful remarks by Luna. Kunai continues by adding that he is planning to revive Rabbi Village, and invites Madame to visit it. Suddenly, they hear an announcement that the city is under attack, and Kunai jumps forward in excitement. He orders the ladies to enjoy the dinner while he eliminates the threat. He notices Mikan and Yukikaze fighting the Satanists and decides to intervene. The Satanists sacrifice their lives to summon a devil named Carnival, who looks pretty powerful. However, Kunai easily defeats and kills him in front of the common people, who are impressed by his bravery. The incident triggers the Satanist leader, Utopia, who summons a timid girl, Tron, in his assembly to inquire about the circumstances. Meanwhile, a clown notices Luna in the restaurant and approaches her table with poison, but Yukirino senses danger with her sharp instincts and teaches him a lesson. The holy capital gets under attack by Satanists, and S-rank adventurers Organ and Mink face them bravely, along with Killer Queen and her escorts. The eldest holy maiden creates a protective barrier around the holy castle. As the Satanists begin to overpower them, the Demon Lord arrives and faces the Prince of Darkness, Oruet. He gets irritated that he only came to learn about Cherub and got involved in this mess. So Kunai changes his character into Zero Kirisame and bravely fights Oruet. Soon, Oruet realizes that he is going to lose, so he begins sucking blood from Tron, who was lurking in the sky. Zero saves her life, but Oruet upgrades his powers and transforms into a beast. Zero defeats him simply with a punch, making the spectators astonished by his charisma. Later, Kunai meets Angel White in the Holy Castle, who still considers him a possible threat and is skeptical about him. Kunai requests to use her library to study Cherub, and the Holy Maiden reluctantly agrees. Kunai feels happy that, due to the major fights, he earned enough points to build a hospital and hot bath resort. Kunai and Aku reach the library and start reading. Kunai feels surprised that angels have disappeared while devils are spread all around. He finds no information about Cherub, so Aku forces him to read a story about a cute puppy. Kunai finds out about dungeons that contain weapons and magical items that could be useful to him. He remembers that his physical ability is enough to face any threats, but he is in dire need of finding some way to raise his magical resistance soon, so he makes a plan to explore dungeons himself and leaves. Kunai meets Tron in the street, who begs him to meet Zero, and Kunai convinces her to serve him if she wants to meet Zero. He meets the ladies who are waiting for him, and they all perform an omni-travel, which teleports them directly into Rabbi Village. After reaching Rabbi Village, Kunai immediately gets to work and builds a hospital base. He orders Yukirino to charge plenty from rich people, while the treatment of the poor must be free of charge. Kunai then begins to construct a hot spring resort right next to the hospital with all the luxury baths. The bunny ladies from the field catch his eyes, and Kunai decides to upgrade their style and make them work at reception. Now, Kunai realizes that he needs someone with tactical skills, strategy, and combat proficiency, so he summons Tahara Isami using his administrative skills. Kunai orders Isami to manage the village and its hospital, hot springs, and bathhouse. He needs to focus on developing the area by providing job opportunities and new businesses, alongside negotiating with nobles. Kunai then begins to make a strategy about welcoming Madam in the best way possible. So he goes to an auction shop and sells a musical device in exchange for 15 gold coins. Now, with these gold coins, Kunai plans to get the necessary items for his ideal village. He first goes to a boutique and orders a bundle of dresses in customized designs. His main requirement is the delivery of the order as soon as possible, and he compensates with a couple of gold coins for the rush. Kunai then visits the market to negotiate with the shopkeepers and finally manages to secure a deal about delivering food and vegetables directly to Rabbi Village. Luckily, after all the necessary expenses, Kunai still has 3 gold coins left and is hopeful that he will be able to manage for quite a while. In the next few days, Rabbi Village has totally transformed under Kunai's command and efforts. The farmers are cheerful as the carrot crops are growing rapidly, and people are feasting with joy. Besides, the farmers are allowed to bathe in hot spring resorts to ease their fatigue. Additionally, Tahara Isami keeps teaching the local staff basic manners to serve the guests and how to keep the place in perfect shape. A week passes, and finally, Madam Shrimp Fry Butterfly arrives at Rabbi Village and is greeted by Isami and Kunai. Madam has brought a retired general named Commander Sambo with her to entertain him. Sambo is an old blind man who has an irritable nature. He informs Kunai that a few years ago, a magical beast took his eyes, resulting in blindness, which forced him to retire early. Kunai offers Sambo some eye treatment from one of his best staff at the hospital, and they all go to Carino. She greets them warmly and starts an eye checkup. Commander Sambo informs her that he got infected by scarecrow venom. Carino puts some eye drops in his eyes, and Mr. Sambo immediately gets back his eyesight. Watching such a miracle makes Madam happy, and she gifts a Lamba coin to Carino, who gladly accepts it, knowing that it's worth 100 gold coins. Madam Shrimpfree is then escorted to the hot bath section, where Maiden Luna waits for her. However, Luna is immersed in her thoughts about her life 10 years ago when she was a young girl roaming the holy city with her semi-human friend Eagle. She vowed to become a holy maiden one day, and succeeded in her dream in the next few years. Sadly, her friend was executed because being semi-human was a sin. Luna feels sad that she should have found a place like Rabbi Village where her friend would be alive. Suddenly, Kunai calls her name, and Luna is brought back to reality. She greets Madam Shrimpfree excitedly, and they both go and try different types of baths. Tahara Isami rearranges the village map into different sections, such as the medical section, business section, and visitor section. Kirino wonders how Kunai would afford such big changes, and he informs her that they will use the holy coin that Madam Shrimpfry gifted to Kirino. She feels so happy to contribute to her chief, and Isami notices that Kirino is totally in love with Kunai. One day, Kunai decides to visit the holy capital, and there he bumps into Mikon and Yukikaze. They plan to inform him about dungeon stuff, so he agrees to join them for drinks. They inform Kunai that most weapons and armor can be found inside the dungeons. Dungeons contain some basic items or can have rare valuables made of monster fangs, and some items that only S-rank adventurers attain. Lastly, some items called legendaries are possessed only by holy maidens. Kunai wonders if it's possible to get some shields against magic or artifacts from the marketplace, and is informed that things present in the market are normally of common value. Yukikaze wishes to join Kunai on his trip to the north, as he wants to explore dungeons and rare items found inside them. Meanwhile, Angel White, who is worried about her little sister, decides to visit Rabbi Village to rescue Holy Maiden Luna. She prays to the Holy Cherub for success in her mission, and uses a magical object to teleport to Rabbi Village. When Angel White arrives at Rabbi, she feels surprised to see all the developmental progress in the area. She is greeted by a rude Isami, who thinks that she is the candidate they asked for to use light magic. Isami scolds Angel White for wearing a princess dress for the job and orders her to get to work immediately. Suddenly, Luna arrives there and notices her big sister, so she greets her. Angel tries to persuade Luna to leave the place with her, but realizes that Luna might be under the magical influence of kunai, so she can't understand the situation. Clearly, Luna leaves to attend to some work and requests the bunnies to treat her sister to a nice bath. Angel White is taken to the hot baths, which she considers a nice opportunity to uncover the naked truth. Curiously, she starts exploring the area and bumps into the Demon Lord, who is taking a bath in the men's private area. He advises Angel White to cover herself with a towel and get into a bath if she is here to talk about anything important. Kunai praises Angel White for her beauty, and she starts blushing. Similarly, the Demon Lord also feels flustered being in the bath with Angel White. She addresses the issue that, as a big sister, she is worried about Luna being under the Demon Lord's influence. Kunai simply informs Angel White that he didn't bring Luna here with force. She is here by choice. He also shares his perspective on treating poor communities in better ways, which impresses Angel White. The Demon Lord praises the innocence and dignity of the Holy Maiden, so he awards her with an angel's halo. Kunai then teleports the Holy Maiden directly to the Holy Castle, and she wonders how he can possess a miracle like an angel. Kunai just asks Angel White to change her perspective about him in the light of their encounter today. He also shows interest in her cooperation in the future regarding working together and learning about Cherub. The Demon Lord informs Angel White that he had been summoned here by Othon. Now she understands how some of his actions are similar to the Holy Being, and how he could give her the angel's halo. Angel White realizes how Lucifer is a fallen angel and vows to revert the Demon Lord into an angel again. Kunai returns to Rabbi Village with a plan of a trip to the north immediately. He acknowledges that the village has progressed in only a few days, so he orders Tahara and Karino to keep the village safe and kill anyone who intends to bring harm to its residents. Kunai then leaves in a carriage with Mikan and Yukikaze to the city of Ruki to explore a prison dungeon with a smirk on his face.